possibly the most serious foreign policy blunder of the 1930s. The Munich Agreement came into being as a compromise by European nations towards Nazi Germany, and in the infamous words of the then British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain, promised peace in our time. As Adolf Hitler's regime was gaining momentum, his threats to take over German parts of Czechoslovakia had become more frequent. After Germany annexed Austria in March 1938, Hitler was eyeing those parts of Czechoslovakia with an ethnic German population.
20% of Czechoslovakia's population was German. The main weapon Germany used here is the Sudeten Party. They were operating in close contact with Hitler. A huge propaganda machine was working there with the goal of joining the Sudeten part of Czechoslovakia to Germany. All of these actions were supported by the Nazis.
The fear surrounding a possible conflict with Nazi Germany meant no one wanted to send their troops to step in. The major continental powers of the time, Britain and France, refusing to stand up to his demands in the Sudetenland, sent one simple message to Hitler, according to historians: do what you want, we won't stand in your way. It was the height of what's since become known as appeasement, and as they say, the rest is history.
I think that Czechoslovakia could have contained the onslaught of Hitler's army, especially taking into account the fact that the Soviet Union could have always helped it. According to the 1935 agreement between the two, the Soviet Union could help the Czechs only if France did the same. France was reluctant. All this led to the final stage, on the 29th of September 1938, at an informal gathering of the two democratic states, Britain and France, and two fascist states, Germany and Italy, decided the fate of Czechoslovakia without even consulting its leadership.
After the sides sealed the deal, the agreement was lauded by most people in Britain and France. But sobering up came quickly. Just 6 months later, in 1939, the German army broke the Munich Agreement and seized the rest of Czechoslovakia. As a result, Germany got the Czech military and steel factories to pump up its own offensive potential and might. And with its army up to fighting strength, the next target was Poland, and this time France and Britain had to step in. Historians say that the Munich Agreement, put in place to avoid a major conflict, actually doomed Europe to a devastating war that spread across the world.